Matrix. The truths that they want to remain under wraps. The Matrix is a simulated reality that is controlled and programmed by a huge think tank, and it raises the question for people who want to understand that side and beyond. Are we living in some kind of hologram, simulated world? We live? Most people don't want to spend their lives wondering what's going on behind the curtain. They like the curtain itself because it gives them stability and comfort. In Matrix systems, the goal of education is not to spread awareness, love, and self-knowledge, but the goal is to program and replicate people's minds as they want. The Matrix feeds off of a person's sensory perception, resulting in a flawless illusion that is unrecognizable as reality to those connected to it. Human energy is the main source for energy thieves who try to control minds and the Matrix world through the lowest energies such as fear, frustration, creating anger, attracting attention, etc. Attention is the key to the mystery that man needs to be aware of. Where is your attention? News, media, social networks? Maybe it's better to remind again. They are all mind control tools. Whatever you pay attention to, your energy will be connected with the same issue. And by giving importance to it, it will become a truth. If you have noticed the Matrix and its control in human life, and your attention is still focused on the media, news, television, and social networks, you are still a slave to the Matrix. Today, more than ever, people will understand the concept of the world of the Matrix. However, if the attention and giving importance is the same as before, the result will not be positive. Take your attention away from controlling people and tools so that your Matrix world is broken. For years, I imagined that I was thinking and choosing. Later, I realized that I was thinking exactly what they had chosen for me. This was the starting point of my self-awareness. Neither the sciences that exist in the Matrix are true science, nor are they true historical narratives. Although they have seeds of truth in their hearts, the Matrix system feeds on the spiritual ignorance of humans, and he controls them by living full of fear. Humanity is between two choices: those who choose the path that only looks at the world through their head and go through the vibrational spectrum of fear and terror. The vibration caused by mental torment, illness, and negative news. And those who choose the path of love, faith, light, and belief. They pass by without touching the fears, and they are not involved in the spectrum of vibration that is expanding in the world. Everything we perceive from the world around us, from colors, faces, tastes, pain, happiness and sadness, love, hate, and in short, everything we see and understand from the world, or rather, we seem to see. Only two electrochemical functions are mediated by an amazing entity called the brain. In the future, we will talk about brain function that will surprise you. Max Tegmark, a physicist at MIT, says that only by using mathematical numbers can this world be described similar to a computer simulation. In his new book, Our Mathematical World, he states that the world is described by numbers and mathematics and is just like a video game on a computer. Suppose you are a character in the game, Minecraft, or you are a more advanced character in a computer game. That is, in a game whose graphics are really good, so that you don't feel like you are really in a game. You feel like you can really touch things, and you can fall in love and enjoy the things around you. As you begin to study the physical world in this video game, you eventually discover that everything is made of pixels, and that everything you thought was an object is actually just a bunch of numbers. Become undoubtedly a person who is watching from outside this video game observes that in fact all these things do not exist externally. We are in this exact situation in this world. We look around and it doesn't seem mathematical at all, but everything we see is made of elementary particles like quarks and electrons. What are the properties of an electron? Does the electron have a color or texture? Tegmark states that even the space in which these elementary components live and move around is ultimately described by numbers and mathematical concepts. As Einstein's theory of relativity states, space is curved and this deviation is mathematically described. We don't know if the universe is finite or infinite, and we don't know its exact shape, but we know it's mathematics that describes all possible shapes. Therefore, space is as big as the components that make up the things inside it. They form mathematically. How is it known that the real and meaningful worlds of the Matrix have originality, and that they themselves are a program in the heart of bigger programs? And basically, there is no end to such immersion. and the world can be assumed to infinity in the heart of another world. For example, hypothesis of parallel worlds. The Matrix is the clearest embodiment of what is now called simulation theory. Our body reacts with the surrounding environment and plays the role of sensors that send data to the brain. And the brain interprets them for us. If, for any reason, there is a change in the functioning of our brain, our entire perception of the environment changes. We experience different emotions and see different things that others do not. For some, everything is a mirage, and for some, it is the truth. So now there are two realities at one point. Depending on the level of awakening, a person can live in a higher truth, more evolution, and higher understanding. Thousands of souls are at the awakening point of true love. So follow your heart and live with love, peace, balance, and harmony. We cannot understand what the world is like for ourselves. What we can understand is how the world is for us. There is this painful truth that we perceive the world only through our senses. And what if our senses lie to us? But if finding the truth means accepting the possibility that you will never know 100% what is real, including your own existence, are you still willing to discover the truth? The way to get rid of thoughts and the Matrix is to be a silent observer of your thoughts and behavior, especially observing the repetitive patterns of your mind and the roles that the mental I plays. Contrast awareness with pain and suffering, and it means waking up to a vast conspiracy that only a few can see. When you are aligned with the inner, you break through the Matrix and release the limiting systems that are designed to keep us in a box, and that's amazing. If you want me to talk about this topic in other meetings, leave me a purple heart. Give yourself the gift of awareness. No fisherman will catch a pearl in a small and humble stream that falls into a pit.